So welcome all the devotees to our weekly satsang. Again, my humble obeisances to all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So we are at a very important sloka today, 4.12 from Bhagavad Gita as it is, by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Chapter number 4, entitled, what is chapter number 4? Title, Transcendental Knowledge. There is Hindi translation, पीछे हिंदी का क्लास ट्रांसलेशन चलता है. आपको किसी को हिंदी में अनुवाद चाहिए, आप पीछे उधर भेज सकता है. ओके. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता 4.12. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. So we'll recite the verse number 12. कांक्षन्ता कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्ते इह देवतः क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा. कांक्षन्ता कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्ते इह देवता क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा. कांक्षन्ता कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्ते इह देवता क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा. और प्रभु जी और माता जी के अंदर से
हरे कृष्णा. कांक्षन्ता कर्मणां सिद्धिं
कांक्षन्ता कर्मणां सिद्धिं
यजन्ता इह देवताः
यजन्ता इह देवता
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा. कांक्षन्ता कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्ता इह देवता क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा. Okay, synonyms, word to word meaning. Kankshanta, desiring. Karmanam, of fruitive activities. Siddhim, perfection. Yajante, they worship by sacrifices. Iha, in the material world. Devata, the demigods. Shipram, very quickly. He, certainly. Manushe, in human society. Loke, within this world. Siddhi, success. Bhavati, comes. Karmaja, from fruity world. Translation and purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation: men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. So we'll all repeat the translation. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. So we'll go to the purport. Would you like to read purport?
Hare Krishna. Purport. there is a great misconception about the gods or demigods of this material world. And men of less intelligence, although passing as great scholars, take these demigods to be various forms of the Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of God, but they are God's different parts and parcels. God is one, and the parts and parcels are many. The Vedas say, Nityo Nityanam, God is one. Ishvara Parama Krishna, the Supreme God is one, Krishna. The demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are living entities, Nityanam, with different grades of material power. They cannot be equal to the Supreme God, Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that God and the demigods are on the same level is called an atheist or Pashandi. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods such as Brahma and Shiva. Shiva Virinji Nutam. Yet, curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropomorphism or zoomorphism. Iha Devada denotes a powerful man or demigod of this material world. But Narayana, Vishnu or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, does not belong to this world. He is above or transcendental to material creation. Even Srimad Shankaracharya, the leader of the impersonalists, maintains that Narayana or Krishna is beyond this material creation. However, foolish people, Shrudat Jnana, worship the demigods because they want immediate result. They get the results, but do not know that results so obtained are temporary and are meant for less intelligent person. The intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness and he has no need to worship the paltry demigods for some immediate temporary benefit. The demigods of this material world, as well as their worshippers, will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. The boons of the demigods are material and temporary. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including the demigods and their worshippers, are bubbles in the cosmic ocean. In this world, however, human society is mad after temporary things such as the material opulence of possessing land, family, and enjoyable paraphernalia. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or powerful men in human society. If a man gets some ministership in the government by worshipping a political leader, he considers that he has achieved a great boon. All of them are therefore kowtowing to the so-called leaders or big guns in order to achieve temporary boons. And they indeed achieve such things. Such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for the permanent solution to the hardships of material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment, and to get a little facility for sense enjoyment, they are attracted to worship empowered living entities known as demigods. This verse indicates that people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in material enjoyment, and therefore they worship some powerful living entity. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Very powerful purport, groundbreaking purport, we can say. So we'll recite the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimarandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sargana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalita Shri Vishakanvitam Cha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुण्लङ्घयते गिरिमित्कृपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So very important verse. Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan Vacha, is giving a very important message here. Some of you may like or some of you may not like, but truth is truth. They say truth is always bitter, right? Truth is bitter. Lies are always nice. When we say truth, we don't say like to, when we are when we are talking to others also, we don't want to tell the truth because they may feel hurt. So we always tell, in a nice packaged way. But truth sometimes always bitter. So we can see here a very important sloka, and Prabhupada gives very strong purport for this sloka. So we can understand this chapter 4 is actually transcendental knowledge, means spiritual knowledge. That means which is heard. It's called as, the Vedic knowledge is called as Shruti. Shruti means in those days they were only hearing. There was no books. In beginning of Kali Yuga only, Vyasadeva compassionately made it into books so that we can utilize that, because we have very dull memory in Kali Yuga. So, Prabhupada says that we should always try to see God through our ears, then to our eyes, because by our physical eyes we cannot see, but ears means we hear. When we hear from devotees, pure devotees of the Lord, then our realization on Supreme Lord will awaken. Okay, so rather than trying to see God, we should hear. That's why this chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, is with an acronym with ear. Ear means E for eternal education, A for accurate understanding, R for removing reactions, and S for sacrifice. So already the first part we have completed, eternal education, where Krishna is giving so many slokas, yada yada hi dharmasya janma karmacha me divyam, all these verses. Now we are coming to the second section, accurate understanding, which is from 11 to 14. Okay, and verse number 12 also comes under this. Most people know something about religion, right? We all know something about God from our childhood. Maybe our parents taught, grandparents taught something about God. But our understanding is not very clear. Often it is sometimes confused. That's why sometimes when some other religion they speak to us, maybe we think that maybe they are correct. We may be wrong. Because we don't have the clear-cut understanding of our own scriptures. That is our defect. But however, when the transcendental knowledge is received through eternal education system, one gains accurate understanding. So when you take this knowledge from proper bona fide source through Guru Sishya Parampara, Evam Parampara Praptam, Krishna says, if you take it through authorized devotees, then through the Parampara, then we can get the proper understanding. So in 3 verses, Krishna clears up 3 misunderstanding of Eastern spirituality. So Krishna is clearing 3 misconceptions we have in coming 11 already discussed, 11, 12 and 13. Okay, now 11 we discussed last to previous week. That will address about misconception that all spiritual paths lead to the same destination. So Krishna explains that while there is unity in diversity, there is also different gradations of spiritual realization. What is verse number 11? Verse 11 says, Ye etamam prapadyante tam sateva bhajamyam. So people generally think that if any road will take us to Rome, all the roads lead to Rome. There is one saying like that in English, probably, right? All the roads will not go to Rome. If you which road you take, the destination only will go. So Krishna is saying, if you take the path of Krishna consciousness, you go to Krishna. If you take the path of Devata, you go to the path of Devata. So what is that famous sloka where Krishna says, Yanti Devan, thank you bro, Yanti Devan, Prita Devan, Pritrin Yanti, Pritrin Vitra, Bhutani Yanti Bhuteja, Madhyajino Yanti Mamapi. So if you worship Krishna, you will go to Krishna. First Krishna says, if you worship demigods, you will go to the planets of demigods. If you worship, second category is Pitra, the forefathers. Then you go to the planet of Pitriloka, where the forefathers reside. If you worship Bhuta, Pishasa, all those things, you go to the ghostly planets. But Yanti Mamapi, if you worship me, you will come to me. So that first misconception is, whatever Ishta Devata you will pray, you will go back to the final destination. That is wrong. Because Krishna is not accepting that. It is not that we are not accepting. It is not that ISKCON is not accepting. Krishna is not accepting. Bhagavan Vacha. Bhagavan says, whatever you worship, accordingly only you will get the result. Okay? Not any the worship you do, you will get the same result. So that is refuted in verse number 11. And verse number 12 addresses the misconception that Eastern scriptures talks about polytheism. What is polytheism? You are worshipping many gods. Like normally we have major religions like Christianity, Hinduism and Islam, right? So normally if you see Christianity talks about one God. Of course they say God, Son and the Holy Spirit. Okay, but it refers to one God. Okay, all three in one. And Islam refers to only one God. Okay, but when we say Hinduism, many people think that Hindus worship many gods. That is called polytheism. Okay, but Krishna is telling no, polytheism is not actually the correct terminology. We are also actually monotheistic. Monotheistic means we also worship only one God. Okay, and we are actually having many forms of the Lord like the avatars. Okay, so avatars means we have Narsimha avatar, Vamana avatar, like that. There are many forms, and then there are again categories like Devatas. So we will see that here this verse mainly talks about difference between God and demigod. Okay. So here you can see verse number 11. Krishna is saying, as all surrender unto me, I reward accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects. Okay. That means whoever follows, everyone follows my path in all respects. Krishna is telling in 11th. Now there will be a question. Not everybody goes to Krishna. Okay. Then there are also other paths. Okay. Now who has created all these paths? Some people go to Krishna. Some people go to Devata. Some people go to Ghost. Some people go to the Pitris. Who created this path? Krishna only. So I only created, Krishna is saying. Here you can see, I only created. So why did Krishna created this confusion? Why did he not give only one path? Everybody asks, if God is one, why there is not only one path? There are so many worships, so many rituals, so many gods. Why Krishna is confusing like that? Yes, correct. So, as Prabhuji was saying, we are not having capability or ability or different levels. When the Atma comes into this material world, every Atma is at different stages of evolution. Okay, some are already spiritually elevated, some are in the beginning level. Okay, so if you see, Krishna is saying there are different kinds of people, they have different desires. Not everyone is on the same level. Correct? Agreed. So our level is different. Our capability is different, right? Even in the school, not everybody gets first rank, right? Every children has their unique capability and they score different. Okay, so if you see, different kind of people have different desires and intelligence. You all agree with this? Not everybody is same. Not even our 5 fingers are same, right? All are different. If you see our eyeball, it is different. Everything is different. If you see our, what do we say this problem? This one, fingerprint, no, that also is different, right? So everybody is different here. So we cannot compare ourselves with others, or we cannot, that's why I say everybody has their own strength. We cannot see others and try to imitate, then our life will become failure. We always have our unique capabilities, unique strength, unique weakness. So that is actually Krishna's creation. Okay. So because of these different people, different desires, Krishna is giving different paths also. Because not everybody can come to Krishna immediately. Okay. So we have to understand this. So there is multi-level spirituality. So Bharat Desha is actually land of gods. It is supermarket of gods. If you go to supermarket, you one paste, you see 10 types of paste. Like before we are not having like that. Only one paste or one thing. But now if you go to supermarket, we do not know what to buy. Right? One paste from here to that end, there is 20-25 types of paste is there. Then we do not know which one. Then everybody is advertising this paste is good, this paste is good. We are confused. If you want to buy anything, soap, then from here to there, 100 types. We do not know which one to buy. So when we come to religion also, what happens? Everybody is advertising my path is correct path, right? Then we do not know which path is correct path. Correct or not? Even when you are searching for God, there are so many spiritual societies. Every society is telling their path is correct. Same like supermarket, right? So then we do not know which one to buy. So then here we can see what are the different varieties. Okay? First is Ishvara. Ishvara means Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. So we have this Bhagavatam very famous sloka. What is that verse, Prabhu? Famous sloka. Yadaya Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam 1.3.28. That is Bhagavan. One. He is one. There is nobody equal or above him. That's why we read the second offense of holy name. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent of Lord name of Vishnu. Somebody who is worshipping Shiva may feel offended when they hear this, right? Even if you come to program for satsang first time, you may think why they are telling Lord Shiva like that. That's why Prabhupada is writing Shiva Virinchi Nutam in the purport. You know what is the meaning? Shiva Virinchi Nutam means? Yes, Krishna's another name is also called as glorified as Siva Virinchi Nutam means even the great demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma offer their obeisances to Lord Krishna. Okay, so people may get offended if you worship Lord Shiva, if you worship Lord Ganesh, why they are speaking like that. But Krishna himself speaks all these things. Okay, Bhagavan Uvacha, Krishna is speaking all these things. So there is one Supreme Lord according to the scripture, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Sachidananda Vigrahanadiradir Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. Ede Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So this is from scriptures 1.3.28 and Brahma Samhita. That is called Ishvara. Ishvara is how many? 4 or 5? Ishvara is only one. Okay. So in that way there is no confusion. Then second category is Avatar. Avatar means we know the Lord also comes down into different forms. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Narasimha, Parashurama, Rama. So many avatars are there, like there Leela avatar, Guna avatar, Manmantra avatar, Yuga avatar, Purusha avatar. So these are expansions of the Lord. Okay. So God appears at different times in different forms for different purpose. What is that? God appears in different times, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, in different forms as Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, for different purposes. Okay. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata. Okay. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Krishna also comes down as various avatars. This is second category. Okay. So that is from Brahma Samhita 5.39. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who manifested himself as personality as Krishna and different avatars in this world as Rama, Narasimha, Vamana and subjective Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa. Okay. That is Brahma Samhita 5.39. So now 2 is clear. Avatars are many. Bhagavan is one. So there are so many avatars. That's why we celebrate Narsimha Chaturdasi, Ramanavami. We celebrate. Now we will celebrate also Govardhan Puja coming Friday. So there are so many avatars and so many festivals are there. Okay. So second avatar. Third is Devata. Krishna speaks about this category in this verse. Devata means they are called as demigods. So in our religion, Sanatana, how many demigods are there? 33 million demigods are there. 33 million, not 1, 2. We cannot count. Devata. So, God engages various controllers. They are called demigods or devatas to organize the universal affairs. So, in other religions, they say as angels, like that. So, God is always one. So, God engages various controllers to organize universal affairs. So, Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela reference is given. Ekkale Ishwar Krishna Arsa Britya. That means only Lord is supreme, all other are his servants, including us. Okay. So Lord Krishna is alone the supreme controller and all others are his servants. They dance as he makes them to dance so. Okay. Understood? Devata? Okay. Now we are there. We are called as Jivatma. Living beings are eternally connected to the Lord in relationship of love. Okay. The living entities in this world, conditioned world, are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned nature, they are struggling hard with the six senses, which included the mind. This is Bhagavad Gita 15.7. What is that verse? Mamevamso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana manasastindriyani prakriti thani karshati. So what is different between Jivatma and Devata? Yes, material. They are also Jivatma only. They are also like you and me only. They are more elevated. Like you are in your company, your manager is more elevated than you. Right? But CEO wants, he can remove you also, your manager also. Correct? Correct, right? This is the understanding. They are also, Devatas also Jivatma, but they are higher than us. So we have to put salam to them. We have to put salam to our boss. Right? Everybody giving, right? When you go to office, first you are telling good morning to your boss, right? So like that we are giving our respect to all the demigods. Okay? Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhu bevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. So they are above us. Okay? But they are also Jivatmas. Okay? But because they did lot of punya, they are given promotion. Like if you work hard in a company, you are given promotion. Because they did lot of punya and they obey to the order of the Supreme Lord, they are given higher post above us to manage this material world. Is it clear? So if you go to any company, you see an organization chart, right? There is one CEO, then you come below, who is there? Administration manager, finance manager. In all our companies we will have finance manager, HR manager, quality control manager. Then below the manager who is there, there are like engineer or section head. Then below them there are engineers. Below engineer there are supervisors. Below supervisor there are workers. Foreman. Below foreman there is worker. So like that, for the universal government, we can see there are so many categories. So Krishna expands himself as Baladev, Vishnu Tattva. First Chaturviha, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Sankarshna. From Vasudev, and then again the second expansion comes, no, from Sankarshan only. Narayana comes. From Narayana comes second Chaturviha, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha and Sankarshna. From again second Sankarshna comes Mahavishnu. From Mahavishnu comes Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Shirodaksha Vishnu. And then we come below, then Lord Brahma comes, then all the Devatas come. From Devatas then again all the Jivatma come. So this we can compare like this. Any government. Don't think I am supporting one government. For the chart, okay. In our Indian government, okay, how many prime minister is there? Only one prime minister, right? And then below that there are lot of ministers, okay. So one prime minister, below that there are lot of ministers. You can see every minister is handling certain portfolio, right? Some, our finance minister is there, then agriculture minister is there, education minister is there. So compare with this chart, okay. Government of any country, and then there is universal government. Okay, so you can see Home Ministry. What does Home Ministry do? They will establish law and order. So for the universal government is Krishna's universal government. And who is the CEO? Krishna is the CEO. Okay, he is controller, enjoyer and owner. What is CEO stand for? CEO stands for? Okay, for spiritually CEO stands for what? Krishna CEO. What he stands for? Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Surdam Sarva Bhutanam Nyatva Mam Santi Vrichati. So Krishna C stands for? He is the supreme controller. Ishvara Parama Krishna. And then he stands for? He is the enjoyer. See, this concept we don't have in other religions. Krishna enjoys always. No, like if you enjoy for 5 minutes, Krishna can enjoy eternally. Enjoy. And then he is the proprietor or owner for everything. Sarvaloka Maheshwara. So, for establishing the law and order of this universal government, Krishna is empowering all these Jivatmas as Devatas. Okay? So, he will give some power. So, if you want increment for you, to whom you will go? In the company. You will go to your manager, right? Okay. Manager will sign. So, the manager sign is final? No, it will go to the higher authority, then they have to sign. 2 signs are required. Then only you will get increment or promotion, right? So like that, we go to the demigods for some material benefit. Okay. Then, but who will award? When Krishna will sign only, you will get that benefit. Okay. We will see in that sloka, very interesting how Krishna is telling that. So, home ministry is law and order. It is actually law of karma. Okay, Newton's third law. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. So when you do smoking, then we get what? Good health. Cancer, right? It is written on the box only. If you drink, what you will get? Liver problem you will get. Okay, so many things. So law and order is established by karma. Supplying medicines for diseases, government, right? We are having Ayush system, hospitals are there, doctors are there. In universal government, there are a lot of herbs, Ayurvedic herbs, right? You have jaundice, then you take this, what is that plant, Prabhu? You know, one plant is there for jaundice. Hiranelli. Yeah. So like that, many herbs are there. It can cure all your diseases, right? So that is universal government. And industrial and domestic water needs supply by municipality is there in our government, right? Municipality takes care of our water supply, okay? But normally it is not functioning properly, right? Everybody is angry with municipality, okay? For universal government it is rain. So if there is no rain, finish. So Krishna says how the rain comes. What is that verse? Yes. So when you do sacrifice, rain will come. And Ministry of Social Welfare, supply of food grains. You have this ration shop, right? Food grain, vegetable, milk, and so how do we supply? Universal government. Yeah, air, water, grains, milk. Krishna is giving all this, right? Supplied through Mother Nature, and God as Father and Mother as God is the Father and Mother cannot produce without Father. And Ministry of Electricity, Energy, electricity and lightning. So how do we get energy? Solar power. When you have sun, moon, like that. Oh, that is universal government. Then Finance Ministry. So they will allocate wealth, right? So universal government, what is that? If you dig the earth, what is there below? Crude oil is there, you get money, right? This country is rich because of crude oil. Before they were trading with India. Now they got so much wealth from ground. So there are countries, if you excavate, you get gold, you get silver, you get precious metals, Navaratna, diamonds. So when you get, then you will get good wealth for your country, correct? Okay. Next one is Health Ministry. Hygiene and sanitation. Sun and rain keeps cleanliness. Because if there is no sun, no, you cannot purify this place. You know, all these filthy things are evaporated by sun. And then Defense Ministry, you know, defense. Now Israel is having something called Iron Dome. It will protect its country. Any missile will come, it will, in the sky only it will live. So like that, universal government, what is the defense? We have something called ozone. You know, ozone, O3. What it will do? Prabhuji knows. No. It will protect us from ultraviolet rays, so that your skin is protected. If the ozone is not there, what will happen? Sun rays will directly attack. Then if sun rays directly will attack, what you will get? You will get cancer, skin cancer, and so many things. So this ozone is protecting direct UV rays from us. But when we are polluting from here, no, we are doing this carbon monoxide, too many pollution, right? All the automobiles, flight, and all the industries, they are releasing carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide. That will go to the atmosphere. And what will happen? This ozone will become hole. Then sun rays will come inside. So future is not very bright. Okay. So future is not bright means we may think I am 50 years, 20 years I will go, 70 years, I will escape. No, Krishna is saying no, you cannot escape. You will come again here as baby. So that time you will be exposed to ultraviolet rays. Okay, so better this life itself we have to go back to Krishna, correct? Otherwise very dangerous position, Kali Yuga. Because industries are expanding, pollution also rising. So, Defense Ministry. Then Education Ministry. We have these holy scriptures. We have Bhagavad Gita. For Christians, they have Bible. For Islam, they have Quran. They are giving some instruction about how to become religious, how to pray to God, how to do fasting, how to do charity, how to be honest, all those things. Okay, that is Education Ministry. And reward for best citizen. If you are a good citizen, government is giving so much benefit. We have here benefit of yoga. Your health is protected. Meditation, your mind is protected. And when you follow God's scriptures, your life is very peaceful. So you can see so many ministers are there. So now we understand only one prime minister or one president. Then there are so many ministers. So minister, now with these examples you are able to understand? Any doubt? We can go to the next slide. So here we can see electricity and health. Who is the demigod? Surya, sun god. Okay, he is the demigod. Okay, with his permission only, you will get all this sunlight and everything. And construction and housing. Who is the demigod? Brahma. He is the chief engineer because he only created Visarga. All the secondary creation you see here, it is by Lord Brahma. And Navy, Prabhuji's portfolio. Varuna, ocean god. Water, Indra. Okay, next week we will discuss about Indra, our Govardhan Puja. King of demigods. He is called as the king of heaven. Okay, energy and power. Agni is actually fire god. Wind and air, Vayu, demigod. Wind god. Okay, home minister. Who is home minister? Our wife. Yes. Durga Devi. If you tell your wife Durga Devi, then finish. That day you will not get food. Durga. Prison security ministry. Because this whole material world is called Durga. Because it is managed by Durga Devi. Dur means what? Difficult to go escape from here. So that's why it is called as security ministry. Defense. Kartikeya. Skanda. Krishna says that among the commander-in-chief I am Skanda. Kartikeya. He is very favorite Tamil god. Skanda. Very famous in Tamil Nadu. Commander-in-chief. And education minister. Favorite for all children. Saraswati Devi. Goddess of learning. Okay. Human resources. Yamaraj. He is giving placement. Where we have to go. How many hells we have? 28 hells, right? He will give placement according to our our record. Okay, he will review the record and tell, okay, put him in this place. Okay, so placement officer. Grievances, you have grievances. Like our embassy also gives, grievance day is there. You can go and give your grievance. So that is actually Ganesha, remover of obstacles. Finance minister is Kuvera. So we sing the Damodar Ashtakam also, the sons of Kuvera, Nala Kuvera and Manigriva. Very wealthy children. They are treasurer. Okay. Mental health minister, Chandra, moon god. So very scientific. Huh? During Amasya, Paurnami, people who have mind-related problem, they become more aggressive. You know that? Because their mind will become more agitated during that Paurnami time. Correct now, Prabhu? Yeah. So he is actually mental health minister. See how many? These are demigods. So like that we have how many? 33 million. So in the demigods also there are category. Higher category demigods, lower category, and then below that lower category. So there are demigods not all in same level. Okay. You can see very exalted position Lord Brahma will be there on the category. And Lord Shiva is actually not a demigod. He is between Vishnu Tattva and Jiva Tattva. He is actually almost like Krishna only, Lord Shiva. Okay. Brahma Samhita says it is like milk transformed into curd. So technically speaking, Lord Shiva is not a demigod, but in order to avoid confusion, we are saying that together, no? Otherwise people will get confused. But all others like Lord Brahma, all will be in the top category. Next level will be there. Indra, Chandra, all this. Then next level, then Upadevatas are there. Upadevatas are there. Devatas, Upadevatas, like that. Many categories are there, even among the demigods. But here you can see the demigods, Prabhupada writes in the, which verse? Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 24th chapter, 24th verse. The demigods possess their material appearance only until the end of the life of Manu. That means they are empowered. So what is Manu's life period? 1 Manvantara. So what is 1 Manvantara calculation? So there are like 71. 71 Chaturyuga. So 1 Chaturyuga we know. Kali Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Satya Yuga. So 4,300,000 years is actually one Divya Yuga, or whatever you say, one Chaturyuga, right, Prabhu? One Chaturyuga. So 4,300,000 years is together combination of one Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. 4 if you add together, 4.3 million years. That is one Divya Yuga we can say. Okay, 4 Yugas together. Like that, 71 Divya Yugas is the lifespan of one Manu. So 71 into 4.3 million, how much? 309 million years. 309,600,000 years is one lifespan of one Manvantara. So in Brahma's one day, how many Manus are there? 14 Manus are there in Brahma's one day. So Brahma lives for 100 years. So many Manus come in Brahma's day. So Brahma's one day, 14 Manu. One Manu's lifespan is how much? 309 million years. How did the 309 million years come? One Divya Yuga is adding off Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga is 4.3 million years into 71. It is 309, 600. In this, all the post is removed. All the devatas will go. It is like one chief minister, prime minister, after 5 years, all the cabinet ministers, they will be removed. Correct? Next government will form. Like that, one Manu period is one government year. One Manu period, all the devatas come, they get the power, they can give benedictions to you. But after the Manu period, end of 309 million years, all the devatas will lose their post. They will lose their power. They also can become as a human being, or they can go to other planet. As normal Jivatma. Okay? Now we understood? They are empowered. See here, Prabhupada writes, Bali Maharaj was so powerful that he fought with Indra and took possession of 3 worlds. Indra was certainly very advanced in knowledge. But instead of asking Vamanadev to engagement in his service, he used to Lord to beg for material possession. Prabhupada writing about Indra, see Indra also. That would be finished at the end of age of one Manu. And age of Manu, which is the duration of Manu's life, is calculated as 72, not 71, 72 yugas. One yuga consists of 4,300,000 years. And thereafter the duration of Manu's life is 309,600,000 years. The demigods possess their material affluence only until the end of the life of Manu. Even if it is millions of years, it is quickly gone. The demigods own their material possessions only within the limit of time. You understand now? Demigod position, that power, their empowerment, everything. He will finish after the end. Now, what is the difference between worshipping Krishna and demigods? What is the motive? When we worship Krishna, it is based on raga, love. We try to develop our love for Krishna and we try to serve Krishna. But when you worship demigods, what is your motive? Love or something else? We want some business transaction. We want something. We may want health. We may want wealth. We may want good family. We may want good children. We may want to live in Kuwait for many more years without any problem. We want to build more and more houses. We want to put more and more money in stock market. We want to put more and more money in mutual fund. Like that, we have a lot of material desires. We go to a devata and worship. So this devata includes everybody. Everybody except Krishna, all will come in the same category. Whatever you worship, any demigod or even human personality, like we worship Baba, some Swamijis, some yogis, they all come under this category. Material desires. Okay. What they will grant. When you worship Krishna, he will grant what you need. Example, the parents know what to give to their children. Correct? But demigods, they will give you what you want. Example, like shopkeeper. If you go to a shop, you pay the money. Even you are 14 years old, if you pay money and ask for cigarette, they will give. But if you pay money to your father and tell, get me one cigarette packet, he will give. He will give you one slap. Okay. So Krishna will not give whatever you want. He will give what you need. But demigods can give whatever you want, provided you do the necessary prescribed sacrifice for that devata. Okay. For this devata, you have to give, sundal. For other, you have to give different offerings are there. Accordingly, you can please the particular demigod. And blessings. Krishna's blessings is eternal. Demigod's blessing is temporary. Why demigod's life is blessings is temporary? Because our life is also temporary. Demigod's life also is temporary. Okay. So this is the difference actually. But after hearing all, also we will not worship Krishna, we will go to demigods. Why? Because we are very weak internally, we are not strong. We want actually enjoyment. Our intelligence is less. We are more selfish. Because Krishna says, you can worship me, everything is permanent, eternal. But Krishna is putting one condition. What is that condition? Patram pushpam palam toyam. Even you offer me water, it is enough. If you worship any demigod, you have to put so much, light, serial light, you have to give so much money for decoration. But Krishna is telling, just offer me patram. Patram means leaf. Pushpam, flower. So patram is free. Anywhere you get Like Mataji is bringing every week one Tulsi Marani plant, free. She's not charged. So Patram is free. Pushpam also free. In India at least Pushpam is free. Everywhere there is plants, outside the home. You can pluck flowers. They do not pay money. No need. Here we buy, of course. Patram, Pushpam, Palam, fruit, maybe 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee, banana, something like that. Patram, Pushpam, Palam, Toyam. Water is also free. You get from municipality. Okay. Krishna is telling, my worship is very cheap. Just offer me leaf, flower, fruit or water, I will accept. So, there is another condition. Third line, what is that? Patram, Pushpam, Palam, Toyam, Yome Bhaktiya Prayachiti. There is a problem. With offer with bhakti, then only I will accept. So, bhakti means love. So, why we are not able to offer love? For demigods, no need love. You only do business transaction. You just offer the puja and you will get the benefit. Okay? But for Krishna will not do. You just offer fruit, he will not take. He will reject it. If you offer with love only, he will take. That love is our problem. Why that love is problem? Here only with our own people we are not showing love. Correct? With our parents, we are not, modern day, we are not showing love to our parents also. If you are not able to show love with our own people, then how will you show to an invisible God? Is it easy? Difficult. That's why people don't want to go to him. People here it is easy. With the demigod, just you do some worship. Demigod will grant and you finish the business transaction. They also tell you also go. We also tell we will not come another next month I will come. Okay, but love is not like that. Love is always there. You cannot tell like demigod if you go only Monday. Like every god, like the Durga Devi, when we go, Friday. Right, Prabhu? And Sunday we go to one Devata. Tuesday we go to one Devata. So, you cannot tell love to your wife, okay, I will love only Monday, 7 to 8. You cannot love, there is no time, place. So, for Krishna, love, there is no, like that, there is no restriction. Aituki apratihata. Uninterrupted and unmotivated. So, that is a challenge. So, why Prabhupada also writes here, right? Nityo Nityanam. Chaitanya Chaitanya. God is one. Ishvara means only one. Parama Krishna. The Supreme God is one. And the demigods are delegated with powers. See, when there is a finance manager, administration manager, who has given power to him? Who has given power? Administration manager can remove anybody from the company. Who has given that power? Yeah, the top person. The CEO tell no. Tomorrow onwards, admin manager is dummy means dummy only. He cannot sign any paper. If he will give an instruction, he cannot sign. So like that, the demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are also living entities, Nityanam, with different grades of material power. Okay, somebody has 20% power, somebody has 30%, somebody has 40%. Okay, Lord Brahma has more percentage. Lord Shiva also has more percentage. Okay, but God is only one. And the second thing here you can see, the demigods cannot award benediction to the devotees without permission of the Supreme Lord. Second condition is there. Even if you pray to a demigod, they can grant only with the permission of Krishna. Okay. How we can understand? You can see the living entity may forget that everything is a property of Supreme Lord, but the demigods do not forget. This is the difference. We forget. There is a saying. The difference between God and human is God gives and forgives. Humans get and forget. So that's what property. Living entity may forget that everything is property of Supreme Lord, but the demigods do not forget. That's the difference between us and demigod. So the worship of demigods and achievement of desired results are not due to the demigods, but due to Supreme Personality of Godhead by arrangement. Now we already spoke the example that when CEO will give power, that CEO is telling, I am out of station for 5 months, 2 months. I am going to my vacation. And he will see who is the topmost person in that company. He will come, tell you come. Now these 2 months, anybody coming for increment or promotion, you can sign on my behalf. He will give one direction, one circular. Then that person, whatever he will sign will be valid for 2 months. Correct? He can sign till the CEO. Like that, Krishna will give some powers to demigods. Like Saraswati Devi, you handle the portfolio for education. When somebody will do puja, you can give. But again, not everybody who is praying to Saraswati Devi will get education. Correct or not? India, everybody is praying. Not all the children getting full mark. Why? Sanction and also our karma also there. See, if you are not in your quota, karmic quota, you don't get good intelligence in this birth because of our previous sinful activity. However you pray, you will not get because you don't have in quota. But how some people they are getting? It is something like that. You go to a government office, you submit a paper. The paper has to go to next table. Normally, how many days it will take in government office? Days or months, correct? India, everybody has seen. Now you give 1,000 rupees to him, that person. Tell move this paper to the next table. When it will move? Like that only. Okay, you have your quota. You want to get this quota. Now you pray to demigod. It is already in your quota, you will get after 2 years. Now you pray. The demigod will release it quickly for you. That's why Shipram. You know the word is there. Shipram. You read that today's translation. Somebody can read today's verse translation. Today's verse. I don't have here. Today's verse. 12. Only translation.
Hare Krishna. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world.
Yes. Quickly you will get. Shipram. This is fast food age. Everything we want quick. So this also we want quick. If I study, I should get good. So you will do some demigod worship. And if it is there in the quota, then you will get it. Correct. See, now there are a lot of atheists also. They are not worshipping any god. They are also getting. Their children also studying. They are not worshipping Saraswati Devi. How they are getting? Because the previous karma they have. But for devotees, what is the advantage? For devotees, Krishna will personally take care. For devotees. For devotees, he knows what to give, when to give, how to give. So it is totally with Krishna's control. He want to give, he will give more also. Understood? So this is the understanding of soul. Now somebody will feel, no, I am worshipping demigod. I cannot leave the demigod worship. We are all worshipping demigods from childhood. And how we can live? Will that demigod will not be angry with me if I leave that worship? Correct? We all have this doubt, right? Everybody has. Like we are all worshipping in our altar. There are so many photos. We are showing agarbatti, flower. How can I stop? If I stop, maybe they will get angry with me. So Narada Muni is giving answer in Bhagavatam. Narada Muni instructing Prachitas, Srimad Bhagavatam 4.31.14. Yata taror mola nischayena tripyanti taskandam bhuja pakasha kaha. Okay, as pouring water on the root of the tree energizes the trunk, branches and twigs. Narada Muni is giving two examples here. As you pour water to the root of the tree, what will happen? The trunk, branches, twigs, everything else, supplying food to the stomach, then enlivens all the senses, limbs of the body. Simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigods who are parts of the Supreme Personality. See? If you worship Krishna, automatically all the demigods become satisfied. Because example is given, as you are pouring water to the root, the complete tree is nourished. Because all the demigods are part and parcel of Krishna. So when you give food to the stomach, already you get energy to your hands, right? You don't feed separate to the hand. Clear? So this is the understanding we can see here. I will just some one or two things I will tell from today's purport also. Prabhupada says normally people understand that all the God is same, right? All are not same. Actually demigods are not different forms of God, but they are different parts and parcels. Mamayamso, Jiva Loke, Jiva. God is only one. Okay, that is first one. Second is actually even the great demigods, higher category like Brahma and Shiva, they also actually offer worship to the Supreme Lord. Okay. And then third one, Prabhupada says that even Sripad Sankaracharya is a leader of impersonalists, says that Narayana is supreme. Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam Mudamate. Samprapte Sannite Kale. So when you are about to leave, only Narayana can help you, so worship Narayana. Like that, Sankaracharya has sung that song. So, people who are in Krishna consciousness, no need to worship demigods. That's what Prabhupada is saying. For temporary benefit. Okay. Because the demigod also will vanish, the worshipper also will vanish. That is fourth paragraph. If to achieve some temporary things, people worship demigods or powerful men. Not only people worship demigods, also they worship, in society they worship big politician, big people, they worship cinema stars, everybody. So what will happen? There is no use, it's all temporary. They are all after. So our weakness is such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for the permanent solution to the hardship of material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment and get little facility for sense enjoyment. They are attracted to worship of empowered living entities known as demigods. So last line Prabhupada writes here, this verse indicates that people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in material enjoyment. Therefore, they worship some powerful living entity. Clear? People are not interested in which one? Krishna consciousness. That's why we see people, even though we call, they don't come. Very less people. So at least we can see people who are sitting here, they are very intelligent because they have come to the lotus feet of Krishna. Because people don't want to come to Krishna also, because they are actually, their weakness is sense enjoyment. So why actually people worship demigods? Less intelligence, Jnana. They want to enjoy this material world. They are behind temporary things like power, prestige, property, and all those things. Okay, and also lack of scriptural knowledge. You can say they do not know. They think that all are same. Okay, so we have to see that our less intelligence, Jnana, or our weakness of sense enjoyment, and we want quick results for whatever we are doing. That's why we are going to the demigod. And Krishna is saying, what he is saying, they will get quickly, but it is temporary. Anything comes easily will go easily also. Anything you get out of hard work, that will stay for you for longer time. Clear? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.